call you or text you or email you. Don't do it. What's up YouTube, this your girl Hamaya and I am back with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Go ahead and click to subscribe. If you are already a subscriber, welcome back. This is literally probably like my fourth time recording this video. The first two times I ran out of storage. The second, third time someone called and interrupted my video. The fourth time, first of all, let me make sure. Okay, so the fourth time, it wasn't even recording at all. So it's recording finally. So, I'm just going to dive right into this video. I am Hamaya. If you are new to my channel, go back, look at some of my past videos. But I do want to just hurry up and get into this video. It's, I think, like 10 o'clock at night. I am a single mom. I work a full-time job. So your girl needs to get to bed real soon. But I do want to do this video because someone asked me, how did I get out of my abusive relationship and how did I stay out of my abusive relationship? So instead of answering her question, and I'm not going to say who that person is, but instead of answering her question, I was like, you know what? I should make a video about this because I'm pretty sure there's more than just her who have questions like this, who needs answers to these type of questions. I know specifically for me, when I was going through what I was going through, I definitely was seeking like support, help, and videos like this to kind of like uplift me and encourage me. And I'm just like, let me share my experience on what I went through. Let me just say this. I am not a relationship coach. I am not a therapist. I am just a woman who went through certain situations in her life, who is willing to share them and help other women either prevent them or get out of it. So I'm just going to give you guys 4 things that work for me. It may not work for you, but it worked for me. And if it does work for you, my job here is done. So let's just start with number 1. So number 1, deciding. So once you decide, if you are in an abusive relationship or if you're in a relationship that doesn't make you happy, if you're in a relationship with someone who lies, cheats, whatever the circumstances may be, if you deciding today, and it seems like you're already deciding because you're watching this video. So if you are deciding, that's great. Decide and make sure when you do decide, you outweigh those good and those bads. And I know a lot of people may hear, okay, I'm just making sure that the video is still recording, y'all, because outweighing those good and those bads. I know you guys may hear that a lot. Write out the goods, write out the bads. But if the bads are literally outweighing the good, then it is time for you to decide whether to stay in that relationship or leave that relationship. And once you decide to leave that relationship, that's great. That's awesome. Then you're ready for a change, a shift in your life, which shows that you are deciding to love yourself. You are deciding to find happiness. You are deciding not to put up with anyone who makes you feel miserable. And that's not what you're supposed to be doing. That is not how you're supposed to live your life. That is not how, if you're religious, that's not how God wants you to feel. And that's not how you're supposed to feel. You're supposed to feel happy. You're supposed to feel loved. You're supposed to feel safe and cared for. And if those aren't the emotions that you're feeling, it is definitely time for you to decide to move on. Which leads me to number 2, motivation. Seek motivation. And what I mean by motivation is videos specifically like this. Like, if you're looking for videos like this then you're already on the right track. You're already on the right page, because that shows and that says about yourself that you're serious, that you're really, really, really trying to get out of that relationship, stay out of that relationship, and you're finding things to uplift you and encourage you to stay strong. And that shows so much character in yourself. You should be completely proud of yourself. Looking for things that really make you see things in a different light. If you're reading books, if you're listening to podcasts or watching YouTube videos, continuously do that. Continuously feed yourself that encouragement that you need, that strength that you need to move forward in your life, to figure out your real true happiness. Once you start doing that, it becomes easier and easier, I promise you. It becomes like an eye-opener for you, a huge eye-opener for you, because you start feeling so good when you watch those videos. And then when you go back to your reality, whether you're still in that relationship or still in that marriage, you start feeling like, ew, like, why am I still here? Why am I still with this person? It feels good listening to things that make me feel good. It feels good hearing other people's story on how they got out of it and how they stay out of those relationships. And that is exactly how I want to feel. So once you decide, look for that motivation to uplift you and encourage you, to help you get out and stay out. So once you go through those 2 steps, then it leads you to number 3, y'all. Once you decide to leave, because when you decide to leave and you start figuring out a way to get out of this relationship, and once you figure that part out and actually leave, it starts with a continuously ongoing cycle of self-love. You literally have to crave it. You literally have to constantly feed yourself self-love. Saying affirmations, telling yourself how much you love yourself, like really making yourself feel good, going to get your hair done, going to get your nails done, making yourself feel so special, things that you didn't do before, like trying different things, going out more, doing activities that you've never done before. Take a dance class, take a yoga class, like do things that really, really make you feel good. Start dating yourself. Start going out to eat by yourself. You do not need anyone to do any of those things. You're going to spend a lot of time alone, and you need it. It is so beneficial. I know how hard it could be when you're leaving someone that you may spend years with. I mean, who you probably are married to, who you probably have kids with. Like, I get it. It could be really, 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 really tough, and it could be really, really, really depressing. But I promise you, when you start seeking that self-love, reading books, really like meditating, deep prayer, focusing on you, it becomes like, why didn't you do it before? It literally becomes one of those situations like, why didn't I do that before? You start feeling good about yourself. And if you do it so consistently, the faster you'll start getting over this person, the faster you start ignoring this person, the faster you start growing, the faster your love for yourself becomes so strong. Because right now, let me be honest with you, okay? You don't love yourself right now. You don't. And I know that may sound really, really, really harsh, but I'm sorry. It's the truth. Because I know when I was in an abusive relationship, I didn't love myself. Because if I did love myself, I wouldn't have allowed that person to treat me the way they treated me. I would have had a little bit more self-love for myself to not allow that person to treat me that way or talk down to me that way or put their hands on me at all. So right now you don't love yourself. But that's okay, because you're watching this video and you're trying to figure out how to get out of this relationship, which is amazing. That's a start. Like, I'll give you mad props for that. Like, it is really hard to get away from something like that, especially if you really love that person. I know for me, And a lot of my friends and family members don't know this, but I took therapy. Like, I know when I was pregnant with my child, I knew I had to get away from that relationship if I wanted to raise a healthy, happy child. So I took the initiative to really like take therapy, speak to someone who don't know me, who may have the right tools for me and the right words for me that would help me. And I really took those steps to really focus on myself to gain the strength that I need to walk away from that relationship. So we got deciding, we got looking for things that motivate us, we got self-love, start dating yourself. The fourth one, okay? The fourth one is probably the hardest. So I need you to really listen to me. I need you to really watch the way my lips move. And I'm so serious about this one because this is probably what causes us women to triple back sometimes. Because people, especially men, they can have a way with their words that make us feel like he's changing, he's gotten better, he's improving. Man, this guy really loves me. No. Number 4, you will see it everywhere. You will hear it everywhere. It is like number 1 on a lot of things. I put it at number 4 because those 3 steps you really need in order for number 4 to work. That being said, no contact, no contact, no contact. Do not call, do not text, do not email, do not show up at their jobs, do not show up at their house. Don't allow them to show up at your house. Don't allow them to show up at your job. Don't allow them to call you or text you or email you. Don't do it. Reasons why. Literally manipulating your mind, and it's confusing for you because you want to believe that this person is doing better. You want to believe that this person is ready to change. No. I'm sorry to say they are not. It is so beneficial for you to block them on social media. If you need to change your phone number, if you can change your phone number, change your phone number. Like, don't do it. All it does is causes you heartache and pain, confusion. You start to think, you start to analyze the situation, you start to play these little games in your mind, and you start thinking maybe you can try one more time. Maybe space is what you guys needed. No. Don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. The longer you stop talking to this person, the easier it will become. I don't care what circumstances you guys left on. I don't care if he was sick and he was really ill when you left. He'll be okay. I just don't do it because you don't need clarity. You don't need closure. You don't need to ask questions. You don't need to work things out. You don't want to try to call to see if you guys can just leave on good terms. No, don't do it because it's not helping no one, and it's definitely not helping yourself. It is hurting you even more because remind you, you love this person. You care about this person. But then again, this person was not caring and loving for you. So you have to keep that in mind that you don't need closure. People always say, well, I just want to talk and I just want to ask why they did what they did to me. What did I do to deserve this? You don't need to know why. They just didn't. They just didn't care about you. They just didn't love you enough to treat you the way you're supposed to be treated. And that should be enough for you to know. You shouldn't have to figure out what you need to do to change, to get them to change. Just don't call. Like, just don't call. Change your phone number. Get you some friends that's going to help you stay away from that person. when you're at number 3, self-love, and you're dating yourself, you're too busy to call them. You're too busy to have a conversation. You're too busy to try to figure out what it is that they did to you. You don't need to know. All you need to know is that you're busy trying to love yourself, trying to heal, trying to become a better version of you. So don't call them. Don't text them. Don't email them. Don't say you need to go to their house because you left something. Send a friend. You don't need them to come to your house because they left something. If they say they left something, have one of your friends drop it off or mail it. You just don't give yourself excuses on why you need to contact them. Don't give yourself reasons to believe you can try one more time. You don't need to try one more time. You need to focus on yourself. You need to heal you right now because you just went through a traumatic experience, whether it was abuse or the love of your life cheated on you. You need to heal from that. You don't need to keep going back and forth with that person. I mean, you're here watching this video. That tells me a lot about you, and I don't even know who you are. So that's already saying that you're trying to change and that you're a step away from loving yourself. So why go back? You're already a few steps in. Let's just keep it pushing. Let's just keep going and growing. So I know this video was fast, but I hope it was really, really beneficial. And I really, really, really hope that you stay strong, you stay encouraged, you motivate yourself, and that you stay away from this situation that's hurting you. And I hope that you find your true happiness, and I hope that you find true joy, and I hope that when you do heal from this situation, that you'll also help other people who's going through it or who went through it and who still needs extra help. So stay strong. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. This was your girl, Hamaya. Bye.